an hour or an hour until you've got incredible chicken stock. So what you're left with is 2 chicken legs and 2 chicken breasts that have been gently poached, super succulent. And when you strain all the veg off, you've got yourself chicken stock. And that is so full of flavour. That's going to be the basis to our sauce.
So we've made some incredible chicken stock. What do I do with it?
We move on to our second skill, which is white sauce. So what we're going to do is make a roux first. We're just going to thicken it, and it's quite a thick sauce we want because it's going to be a pie filling. You're going to melt butter into a pan, nicely slopped. As soon as you're happy that's melted, then go in with an equal quantity of plain flour. And you want to cook it for 30 seconds to a minute just to start to cook it out. If you're making bechamel, you would now pour in milk. We're not using milk, we're going to use our chicken stock. So it becomes kind of a velouté. It's all just kind of fancy French terms, but it's a simple white sauce. Pour it in a little bit at a time.
Yep.
And as soon as you're happy it's completely smooth and lump-free, then add in more stock. And you're looking to keep doing that until you've got consistency of really thick custard. And then the last thing, we just need to turn the temperature right down to a low heat and let it just very gently cook and bubble for about 3 or 4, maybe 5 minutes to cook out any raw flour. But, look, I've not done a thing, and you've made a beautifully smooth and creamy white sauce. We're going to use this as the filling to our pie, the base of which, a couple of root veg. So I'm just going to take 2 leeks and a carrot.
I like your thought pattern here. It's, how do I get Mike interested? Put it in a pie.
Put it in a pie. Everyone loves a pie. It's awesome comfort food. Right, so what we're going to do is quickly grate this up as the base to our filling mixture. Brilliant. And then all of that into a pan with a shot of oil. And then the last flavour to go into this is 2 cloves of garlic. So if you just crush those, whip off the peel, give them a quick slice. Pies are another of those things, if you're going to make it, you might as well make it in bulk. Okay, we're actually going to do nice individual ones today, but you could actually make 8 of these, 10 of these, 12 of these, and you've got pies to go. So make a big batch if you're going to. Garlic's going in, then a generous large glass of wine is going to go in, and that's going to reduce down to start making our sauce.
So is that purely to add the moisture, but a moisture with flavour?
Yes,
that's the point.
It's too much liquid. We want to reduce that now down over quite a high heat. While we wait for that to reduce, let's look at our chicken. So this is super succulent chicken that we just poached in our chicken stock earlier on. Just peel off the fatty skin, which we're not going to use for this dish. And then what's left, we can literally just rip up into pieces. It's like pulled chicken. Just get rid of any fat, sinew and bone. Now you can see there's barely any wine left, but if you get your nose in there and just smell that, it's so good.
You smell the fruitiness, can't you?
At this point, in with an equal quantity of cream, so the same amount of cream as there is wine. This is a pretty rich sauce. You don't need this, you can just use the chicken stock, but if you're going to make an ultimate pie, this is the way to do it. Then all of our chicken that we've stripped off, look how succulent that is. That's all going in there. Bubble it to reduce the cream down again for another few minutes. The wine's reduced, the cream's in there, the chicken. Now with that thick, gloopy chicken sauce, look at it. And that's kind of the structure. That just holds it all together, gives it beautiful body. Give it a good stir, and that needs to reduce down and bubble away for another 5 or 10 minutes. But the last flavour that's going to go into there, tarragon. And you don't need much, it goes an awful long way. Now that we've got it ready, we season it. So salt and pepper, and because there's so much cream, just a little squeeze of lemon juice. Lemon and tarragon always works well. Now we've gone to the effort of making our own stock, we've made our own sauce, we've cooked our own chicken and filling. We are going to cheat with the pastry, but we're also going to pimp it up. So shop bought puff pastry. If you roll that out over here, all I need you to do is cut out puff pastry to the same size, and that will sit on top in just a moment. The easiest way to pimp this up is just add a little bit of flavour, so some rosemary and some sea salt. So what we're going to do is transfer our rich, creamy chicken mixture into our pie dish. However, if you put puff pastry onto hot filling, then it starts to melt all the butters in the pastry before it has time to go golden. So there's some we made earlier. They've now cooled, and what we can do is place our pastry on top and seal it in with just a beaten egg. And the finishing touch, which does make quite a difference, just kind of crimp the edge. It makes it stick, but also just gives you those little kind of crimp marks. And then all they need is 20 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius, and they puff up, they go nice and golden because of the egg wash, and you'll have a bubbling pie inside, and they'll be ready to serve. Look at that, golden and crispy on top, and inside bubbling, steaming chicken goodness.
Nice.
Does that look like a pie?
It looks like a pie to me.
It's a chicken pot pie, sorted.
We've nailed that.
Steaming chickeny goodness. That is one hell of a pie.
If you're like Ben and you've got a mate who's a little bit useless in the kitchen, then you just share this video with them so they will be able to make not only an amazing chicken stock, but also an incredible pot pie. You'll be enriching their lives, so do it. Do a good deed.